Hey, Darcy, can I ask you a question just as a man? How does it feel to be writing with a woman who's not your wife, who's just like your friendship looks from the outside to be unlikely or unusual? And I'm just curious for the men who want to be writers, um, how would you advise them or suggest finding the right writing partner? Because it doesn't have to be somebody of the opposite sex either.
No, it doesn't, and I think that, and I think kind of speaks to sort of, I think one of the reasons, at least from my perspective, that I think Penny and I became friends was, I think two main things. And the first one I think was because we met each other in a retreat format with touchstones and current renewal process around that, it attracted that attracts a certain kind of people that have certain kind of questions. And those questions go speak to kind of deeper meanings of lives and who we are. And I've always had an interest in those questions, even though I really couldn't approach those questions for many years, or I didn't know how. And Penny also have had an interest in those same kind of those same life-giving questions. And I think that that was the beginning of it. So there's a kindred spirit that's interested in thinking about deeply those questions about our lives and how we make meaning out of our lives and how we really figure out who we are and whose we are and where we belong. Important questions. And so I think that was it. We had that common interest. Uh, and and I think layered on top of that was Penny laughs at my jokes. And so I like to hang around people who laugh at my jokes. And Penny has a good sense of humor too. So we laughed a lot together. So the combination of laughing and being interested paradoxically in big, serious life questions, that's a pretty good combination, right? And so I think that that really was the basis of our friendship. And it just happened to be that Penny lived in Baltimore and Philadelphia. I lived where I had. We had very different sort of career paths, but we had those shared interests and the ability to sit and think about those deep questions and also to have a good laugh and laugh at ourselves sometimes in kind of what we were trying to do or what we did. And so that was it for me.
Yeah.
And I would add to that, just thinking back on our history, that there was also that we'd shared through retreat work and through our conversations some really private parts of our lives even before we wrote. That because
Mhm.
it encouraged work and those questions brought up stories. They may not have been the deepest stories, but I felt that we could go. I trusted that we would go wherever we needed or wanted to go. And
Mhm.
we were safe with each other in doing that.